Happy Finnish Independence Day, everybody! So as some of you may know, usually around the beginning of December, and specifically on the Finnish Independence Day, we try and attempt the Simo Häyhä challenge on this channel. Now obviously, since we don't have access to firearms, and specifically the Mozin Nagant, we try and replicate the Häyhä challenge with our air rifles. And again, specifically with our break barrel pellet rifles, such as these ones. But this time, I figured I'd level the playing field with a magazine-fed break barrel rifle. Specifically this one, the Gamo Fast Replay 10 with a 10-round magazine in 177 caliber. Now hopefully you guys already know who Simo Häyhä was, but in case you don't, I highly recommend checking out Fat Electricians' The White Death video, which is a relatively compact biopic of Fat Electricians' take on Simo Häyhä's accomplishments.
Okay, that's literally a superhuman ability. You could just point to something off in the distance and Simo could eyeball it and be like, it's like 89 meters away, and he was dead on every single time. And that's not even the scariest part. The scariest part was how fast Simo could operate his Mozin Bolt-action rifle. He could fire his Mozin accurately, insanely fast. So fast that they actually wanted to time him one day. So his buddies got a stopwatch and they were gonna time to see how many times Simo could hit a target 150 meters away with his bolt-action rifle in the span of 60 seconds. Simo scored 16 hits in the span of 60 seconds with a bolt-action rifle.
He is the one.
And just so we're on the same page, the Mozin Nagant only holds 5 rounds in the magazine, meaning that Simo shot the first 6 rounds, because there was one in the chamber, reloaded, shot the next 5, reloaded again, and shot another 5, hitting the target 150 meters away with fucking Ironsights every single time.
Links down in the description below. But this video is mainly about the Simo Häyhä challenge. So basically, they timed this guy taking 16 confirmed shots from a 150 meter distance with only using his Nagant with iron sights. Yeah. Now again, stating the obvious, that's coming from a professional sniper, which we are not, and we're using air guns. So we need to level the playing field a bit. So our attempt was to have 10-round magazines and trying to attempt the 16 rounds on target from around 100 meters away with using a scope. Since our Gamo Fast Shot does not come with iron sights of any kind, so we need to level the playing field with using a scope. And also having a shorter distance on target, since our power output is like a fraction of the power output used on the rifle on the challenge. Let's get started! So what we did first on this challenge was just to check that we can reach the required distances for this challenge, even though we compensated the 150 meters down to around 90 or 100 meters. On range, we have 4 different balloons, closest being around 25 to 30 meters, and progressively putting more balloons in a further distance until we reach the 90 to 100 meter mark with the final red balloon. After shooting the balloons, I figured that adjusting my shooting position needed to be adjusted, because the prone position was just too slow relatively to the cocking effort, so I would just lose too much time in between shots trying to break the barrel and reload the marker in the prone position. So adjusting to seated position gave me more steady aiming stance, as well as made the cocking effort itself a bit easier, with still being able to complete the challenge from a 100 meter distance. After that, I took some zeroing in shots on the steel plate target, just to see where the pellet drop would be and how much I would need to compensate. As you can tell here, the compensation from a 100 meter distance on the range was about 6 inches or so, which is a lot, but doable.
Three, 2, 1.
Now the Mozin Nagant holds 5 rounds in the magazine. Now even though the Gamo can hold 10 rounds of .177 caliber pellets inside the magazine, I wanted to close the gap a bit between our challenges by trying to take just 5 shots from each magazine, plus the one from the first magazine to replicate the one in the chamber. So I would have to take the 16 shots, but switching up the magazine after each 5 rounds. As you can tell here, the 1 minute mark has been overpassed. Now at the end here you can see that it took me about 15 seconds past the 1 minute mark to complete the whole 16 rounds, which isn't that bad, come with the circumstances. Well, that was a challenge and a half. I had a blast contributing to this challenge, and as well raising awareness to Simo Häyhä and his accomplishments during the war. Well, that wraps up today's episode. Leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and I guess we'll see you on the next one. Happy Independence Day! Bye!